everybody and welcome you all to this final event, that is the announcement of results of the English Poetry Recitation Contest conducted by the Department of English of Women's Christian College, Nagercoil between the 30th of July 2020 and the 3rd of August 2020. I can now sense the feelings of the contestants and all others who have been watching this competition online, that is on YouTube, for nearly a month. But before we move on to the results, all's well that begins well. Now we'll have the address by the correspondent. Now over to Dr. J. Asif Pakising, the correspondent of Women's Christian College, Nagercoil, who will now express his sincere wishes to all the participants.
Good evening, friends. I am really happy that various departments of our college, Women's Christian College, is organizing so many seminars and programs for the welfare of the students, and especially our Department of English is organizing a English poetry recitation competition through online. This competition, various students from all over India participated to hear that it is a very pleasant and nice experience for our college. Actually, the poems they have recited on their own, and it is very nice to see that. I appreciate the Department of English for their efforts, the HOD and various faculties of the department, especially Dr. Hamlin, who has organized this program with a lot of efforts and with a good success of this program. The juries will find it very difficult to judge a person who has succeeded in this competition. Actually, winning is not the prime aspect, but to participate in a program is more than important. So we appreciate all the people who have participated in this program, and I thank everyone who has participated in this program, and I congratulate and thank everyone again and again on behalf of Women's Christian College, Nagercoil, in organizing this program, and the successful program was conducted. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The strength, the courage and confidence in the planning, execution, in the doing and conducting this recitation contest was fed by Dr. C.M. Padma, the principal of Women's Christian College, Nagercoil. Now, over to Madam for a wonderful wish.
Respected correspondent of our college, Dr. Asif Pakising, beloved Department of English, Dr. Sudhira Moses, the convener of the English Poetry Recitation Contest, Dr. Hamlin, honored jury panel, Dr. Pradeep Banu, Assistant Professor of English, EMG Yadava Women's College, Madurai, Mrs. Jayalakshmi G, Copy Editor, Editors Essentials, USA, Mr. Niyaz SM, Assistant Professor of English, TKM College of Arts and Science, Kollam, Kerala, and Professor Alfred Idaha Usagi, Lecturer, Multimedia, University of Kenya. Dear colleagues from the English department, my dear contestant, with immense sense of gratitude to my Lord Almighty, I am happy to link with you even in this pandemic period due to COVID-19. Be safe and secure under the wings of the Lord Almighty. Poetry recitation is very important for students, as it is a beautiful and effective way which facilitates them to express. Poems make you feel alive and bring you close to life through your passion and vocal expression. It gives you immense happiness and satisfaction. Your soul gets impacted in different ways with poems, and sometimes these impacts are lifelong. Poetic expression takes you to a different world with its viewless wings. At times it makes you understand the reality of life. Poetry is not for poets and poetry lovers, it's for everyone and it is everywhere. It's capable of affecting any heart. To have sense of creative activity, it is the happiness and the great proof of being alive. That's what Dr. Matthew Arnold said about this poetry. Poems are important for children, good for adults as well. It awakens one's sensitivity and enhances creative capacity. So why not we experience this magic in your life? When you recite a poem, it helps you to convey your feelings and all kind of emotions you encounter in your life. It helps you to deepen the understanding of the language. It helps you to improve writing skills, creative thinking, and vocabulary. It helps in the development of natural rhythms. Reciting rhythmic poems helps you to understand pitch, tone, and the volume of sound. The poem recitation helps you to develop memorization skills. It helps you to learn new language as well. Poetry provides a relaxed and pleasing way to practice language skills. It helps you a lot for the overall physical development too. It helps in breathing coordination, tongue and mouth movements. When parents and teachers help them or help the students to learn or recite the poem, it establishes healthy relationship with them. Reciting poems encourage one's sense of humor too. That's why it's very important for the interpersonal and intrapersonal relationship. I take this opportunity to congratulate and thank the head of the department, the coordinator and the jury panel for their collective efforts to arrange this recitation contest. My appreciation and thanks to all the contestants too. Let me conclude with a small thought to you. In life, you'll realize that there is a purpose for everybody you meet. In life, you'll realize that there is a purpose for everybody you meet. Some are these to test you. Some will use you. Some will teach you. And some will bring out the best in you. Some are there to test you. Some will use you. Some will teach you. And some will bring out the best in you. And this recitation contest is also to bring out the best in you, for micro changes in life can bring a macro transformation. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Nothing can be done without a leading head. The head of the Department of English, Dr. J. Subida Persis, always echoes the Dutch artist Vincent's words. If you hear a voice within you say, "You cannot paint," then by all means paint, and that voice will be silenced. I'm always happy for these words that made me go. Now, over to the head of the department.
Hello everyone. Greetings from the Department of English, Women's Christian College, Nagercoil. At the outset, I thank our correspondent, Dr. R.C. Singh, and our principal, Dr. C.M. Patma, who are the driving force behind all the constructive activities that go on in our institution. It is they who motivate us to organize a number of programs. English Poetry Recitation Contest is one such thing, organized by Dr. G.J. Hamlin. Dr. G.J. Hamlin always comes out with innovative ideas. She is the one who created the YouTube channel Blooming Ballads for the sake of this competition. She has taken great efforts in arranging a wonderful jury panel consisting of Dr. Parveen Banu, Assistant Professor of English, EMG Yadava Women's College, Madurai; Mrs. Jayalakshmi, Copy Editor, Editors Essential, USA; Mr. Nias, Assistant Professor of English, TKM College of Arts and Science, Kollam; and Professor Alfred Kida Ozagi, lecturer, Multimedia University of Kenya. Keeps herself always busy. There is no place for the word laziness in her dictionary. She has spent a lot of time in organizing everything. 40 participants from different parts of the country have taken part in the competition. I congratulate all the participants who have actively taken part in it. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. The jury panel, the thread that wowed the contest, the contestants and the organizing committee. You know, this contest have helped us to cross boundaries. Yes, the jury panel helped us too. This event, without a word or a greetings from them, will leave a very big hole in all our minds. Now, over to the jury panel.
Hi students, happy to meet you all. I was really very happy to go through your poems. It was really very good. I was filled with ecstasy hearing your poems, your expression, your way of presentation, your dramatic way of expression, and everything was really good. Okay, I enjoyed a lot. Thanks for giving me this opportunity to judge your poems. And this is really a stepping stone for you. In future, you need to do a lot more. And it's the first step in your career. So I want you to shine in life. Wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Hi everyone, myself Niyaz, one of the judges of this poetry recitation competition. I would like to say that I'm extremely happy to be part of this poetry recitation competition, and congratulations to the winners of this competition. Thank you so much.
My name is Alfred Kida. I was one of the judges of the poetry competition that was organized by Nagercoil Women Christian College, and that coming at a time when we have, or rather facing a challenge, the global pandemic, COVID-19. It was an opportunity to keep the young people busy. The students were well engaged, and also I think it was an opportunity for them to discover what they're able to do. I'm so much appreciated coming from one part of the world in Africa and being able to see what was happening in India, place where I went to school and did my first degree, and my math captured my imagination when I was looking at, or rather viewing what they had to present or recite in terms of the poems. Were those that had confidence in bringing out or in reciting, and confidence comes when you're reciting a poem. The confidence comes when you have memorized it and not reading, because poetry, good poetry, it's not read. It's something that we recite, and reciting comes from the heart. So some of the students who scored well were those whose poetry was captured by memory, and then were able to bring out life or infuse life into the poem.
Hello everyone. At the outset, I would like to thank Dr. Asir Paki Singh, the correspondent, Dr. Padma, the principal, Dr. J. Sabita Persis, the head of the department, and Dr. J. Hamlin, the organizing secretary, for having given me this wonderful opportunity. My hearty congratulations to all the participants. A job very well done. A learning worth the time. It was a treat to watch all your efforts in bringing your chosen poems to come alive. Kudos to one and all. And now that all the work is done, it seems like a perfect time for some introspection. Perhaps to see what each one of you learned from this performance of yours and others. The foremost point that a listener takes notice is your presence, the confidence with which your delivery is made. For this, I would suggest you choose a poem that you're confident with, that you enjoy. Enjoy your poem because it's contagious. And when you enjoy, it shows. Have a good posture. Make an eye contact. When you make a direct connection with the audience, you come across as a confident speaker. Secondly, engage with your audience with an appropriate body language that captures the mood of the poem as well. Don't go overboard. Don't act out each and every single word. The focus should be on the delivery and less on dramatics. So try to convey the sense of the poem through your delivery. For this, you need to pay attention to the pauses, the run on lines, or the enjambment. Pay attention to the nuances of a poem, like irony or sarcasm in the lines. But remember, never overshadow the poem's language with excessive gestures. Because as students of literature, we know a poem is dynamic. To fix a gesture or action to a line is to limit the meaning of the poem and to stifle the myriad layers of interpretation it opens up to us. And in the words of Malami, to define is to kill, but to suggest is create. On that note, I congratulate all the participants once again. Continue to grow with the wisdom of this experience. All the very best on your future endeavors. Thank you. So I thought I would just read a poem to you, one of my favorite poems, named the Casabianca. And I must confess that I have not memorized this poem, so I do have it right in front of me. That's in case you're wondering why you don't see a clarity in my eye contact with you. But of course, in your cases, as participants in a competition, you would be expected to know the poem by heart for a more thumping delivery. So, here's the poem, Casabianca. Enjoy. Boy stood on the burning deck, when all but him had fled. The flame that lit the battle's wreck shone around him over the dead. Beautiful and bright he stood, as born to rule the storm, creature of heroic blood, a proud child. The flames rolled on. He would not go without his father's word. That father, faint in death below, his voice no longer heard. He called aloud, "Say, father, say, if yet my task is done." He knew not the chieftain lay unconscious of his son. "Speak, father," once again he cried, "if I may yet be gone." Booming shots replied, fast the flames rolled on. Upon his brow he felt their breath, and in his waving hair, and looked from the lone post of death, he still breathed despair. He shouted, but once more aloud, "My father, must I stay?" And over him fast, through sail and board, the wreathing fires made way. They wrapped the ship in splendor wild, they caught the flag on high, and streamed above the gallant child like banners in the sky. There came a burst of thunder sound. The boy, oh, where was he? Ask of the winds that far around with fragments strewed the sea, with mast and helm and pennon fair that fell bore their part. But the noblest thing which perished there was that young, faithful. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And now to the most awaited moment of the day, the results. All those who have taken part in this competition have won. You have won the first step. You have made use of the opportunity thrown open to you, whereas so many did not. But don't lose your heart. Never get disappointed if you don't find your name on the screen. And the contestants who have won, of course, they have achieved something a bit more than others. And that doesn't mean that the others have lost. Keep going and keep growing with confidence. Now to the winners.
not in the ball on the table near the heavy drapes covering the picture window. And my mother, always smiling, wanting us all to be happy, told me, "Be happy, Henry." And she was right, it's better to be happy if you can. But my father continued to beat her and me several times a week, while raging inside his 6'2" frame because he couldn't understand what was attacking him from within.
You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trot me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with me? Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides, just like hopes springing high, still I'll rise.
You may write me down in history with your bitter twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? Cause you walk like you've got oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons, unlike suns, with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I'll rise. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders dropping down like teardrops, weakened by my soul.
Just like moons and like stars, it's a tiny gift that's just a hope springing up high eyebrows. So do you want to see me broken? Bowed head, lowered eyes, shoulders dropping down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cry. Just like touching is upon you. Do not take it off of heart, I laugh like I have got gold mines digging my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words.
You may write me down in history with your bitter twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you?
Thou still unravished, bride of quietness, thou foster child of silence and slow time. So an historian who can thus
By Louis Magnus. I'm not yet born. Oh, hear me. Let not the blood-sucking bat, or the rat, or the stout, or the club-footed gull come near me. I'm not yet born.
The lowlands call. I'm tempted to answer. They are offering me a free dwelling without having to conquer. The massive.
You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me like the very dirt, but still like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? Cause you walk like I've got oil.
I am not yet born. Oh, hear me. Let not the blood-sucking bat, or the rat, or the stoat, or the club-footed ghoul come near me. I am not yet born. Console me. I fear.
We had goldfish, and they circled around and around in the bowl on the table near the heavy drapes covering the picture window. And my mother always.
So, that's it. All's well that ends well. So now to the end of a short journey. On behalf of the Department of English, I appreciate and congratulate all the participants and winners who were a part of the English Poetry Recitation Contest. Hats off to you all. It was indeed so nice to see you all blooming on our YouTube channel, The Blooming Balance. Dear contestants, you have recited the poems wonderfully well in a style of your own. And you have made use of the opportunity that was offered by the department, and you have exhibited your skills excellently well. Not only that, you have learned a poem and you have presented it that so many have watched you on the screen. If this competition was conducted inside the four walls, do you think you would have got such an audience? I don't think so. No. But there's a pretty number of participants who have crossed 1K views and even 3.4K views. Good effort. The jury panel would have struggled a lot to judge your performance. Let me also take this opportunity to thank the correspondent, the principal, the head of the department, and all of the faculty members who are indeed the reason behind the success of this program. Thank you, everyone. A big thank you also to the jury panel. We had Dr. Parveen Banu, Assistant Professor of English, EMG Yadava College for Women, Madurai, Tamilnadu. Mrs. Jayalakshmi, the copy editor of Editor's Essentials of United States of America. Professor Alfred Hidaha Uzagi of Multimedia University of Kenya. And Mr. Niaz Yasam, Assistant Professor of English of TKM College of Arts and Science, Kollam, Kerala. I thank each one of you for spending your valuable time, for the efforts that you've taken to judge the contestants very minutely. Thank you. Thank you for your wonderful feedback. Thank you for the suggestions and comments that you have given. Dear contestants, you should all be proud to be judged by a panel like this. The judges have given their comments and suggestions for each one of you. Not only for the winners. Of course, we have displayed only for the winners, but the rest is with me. And you can contact me to know your marks for each criteria so that you can improve based on that and also based on the suggestions that are given by the panel. Now, let me also thank Gashia, who is a student of architecture and who is indeed the editor of all the videos. Thank you, Gashia, for the wonderful and perfect editions done. She cooperated with me wonderfully well. Even during midnight, as I sent her the video, she would edit it, and when I received it, I would upload it on the channel. So, thank you so much, Gashia. Thank you for spending your valuable time amidst your online classes. Now, dear contestants, thank you again for the participation. Keep learning, keep growing, flutter your wings, bloom every day in unique colors. Let me end with the lines of Robert Frost. Woods are lovely, dark and deep. You should know that you have promises to keep and also miles to go before you sleep. Miles to go before you sleep. Thank you.